Your name came up a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking with Coach, and he really likes your game and in your intensity and everything that you bring to the field. Talk a little bit about that, where you pick that up, and how you bring all that to the ball club.
I don't know. I just come out and play my hardest. I lift weights all over the summer, go to practices during the summer. During the winter, I don't play sports, so I'm lifting weights. I'm just preparing myself for the next season mainly.
Well, and it takes a different mentality, doesn't it? I mean, we kind of knock the youth of America today, but there's guys like yourself. They're in the weight room a lot, getting yourself ready.
Oh, yeah. Me and there's a freshman I lift with who Cooper Flockhart, he's one of our linemen. And me and him, we're in the weight room just about every day during the summer that we have it. He wrestles during the winter, so I'm in there by myself. I got to find another lifting partner, but we both stay at it the whole year.
What do you like so far about this ball club?
This year, our line, there's great intensity. We got a few smaller guys than last year, but I think we can do a good job at that. As far as defense, our defense, we're going to be solid. We got my brother and Logan Harmeyer. They're hard to replace, but we got a freshman and a sophomore taking their places right now, and I think 1 or 2 years we'll be solid in that position.
You mentioned your brother and, of course, what he brought. Do you kind of some of that rub off on you?
Oh yeah, 3 years apart, I get beat up a lot by him, but I don't take it. That's how big brothers are. But yeah, it definitely rubs off on me. It takes a lot to take me down. So
how have you guys done in camp so far? Is everything coming together chemistry-wise, and everybody pulling together, getting ready for this first game?
Yeah, everybody gets along on our team. There's no loose links right now, but there's a few things we got to work out offensive-wise, defensive-wise. We're pretty solid right now.
We'll go to the offense if you wouldn't mind, and you've had a chance to evaluate a little bit when the scrimmage came around. What did you see there?
We looked good at the scrimmage. Our line, they were firing off and blocking. We didn't have our main fullback in. We had our backup, but he was looking good, so I know that if we got to put him in, we're not going to miss a beat. He's jumping right in. Other than that, our pass game, we can work out a few kinks, and we'll be pretty good at that. Run game, we're about where we were last year, if you ask me. Maybe a little bit better.
Well, I got to ask you, too, and you probably heard me talk a little bit ago about some of those close losses from a year ago, and, boy, those hurt, and you're just, maybe a break or two away, and talking about the physicality of games and maybe wearing down late in the game. Are you guys physically better this year?
We're in better shape than I think we were last year. We had 2 overtimes against Westdale and 1 overtime against Union City. Those were both games I think we should have won, but they're just, it pulls away from us sometimes when we get tired.
Well, you mentioned defense, too, and I tell you what, if you want to win games in this conference, you got to play defense. And you, as you said, you saw a lot of bright spots in the scrimmage.
Oh, yeah. Our defense was looking good. I play free safety against Anderson Prep. They were hardly getting away from our line and linebackers. They were stopping and making my job easy. So passing game comes, we got good defensive backs that can knock down passes and catch balls if they come their way. So I think we're pretty solid there.
Defense takes another mentality, too, where you want to go stop people and be a hitter. You seem like you have that kind of mentality that I'll take on the challenge.
Oh, yeah, that's all I want to do on defense. I want to hit people. I work downhill as much as possible, and I just hit who I can when I can.
You guys ready for Friday night? Just talk about your preparations this week as you get ready. Again, it could be a very physical ball game.
Oh, yeah, we're ready for Centerville. We've been watching a lot of the films. We know how they line up on offense and on defense. We know what plays we can run that will work for us. What we can do on defense to stop them. So we're just trying to do that this week and see if we can come out and get a dub.
Yeah, they really, let's face it, they want to run the football and they want to come right at you, so it's going to be quite a challenge. You talk about those guys up front, and then, of course, getting into the secondary and such. It should be a really hard-fought football game.
Oh, yeah, they got that three-back lineup or whatever you want to call it, and they're fast. They got some speed. Their fullbacks, he's pretty big. He's got power, but we got some big down front guys, and our ends are probably, I want to say they're one of the best in the conference right now. We got Blaine Cowan, who was injured last year with a shoulder surgery, and he wasn't able to play. But he's a big guy, and he's physical, and he'll get it done for us, and so will our other end, who's Nick Anderson. But they run it outside. If we can get them up there, they're not getting past them. If they do, our outside backers are good, and then we got our corners, our free safety, inside backers that can catch up. We're solid on defense.
I got to ask you, they've made a little bit of change too, where their quarterback Dylan Benedict is now one of their running backs, so they made a change there. They're going with a younger quarterback. Do you guys maybe try to put a little more pressure on him and kind of shake him up a little bit?
Yeah, we've been looking at spots where we can get through their line. Maybe blitz our ends and get our nose and tackle in there. And I think if we hit their quarterback a few hard times, he won't want to come back at us. And they'll just keep running the ball. We can figure out what they're doing from there, and we can keep stopping their running backs.
You know, all the preparation you guys put in, it's a long season. I know we always talk about, you know, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon. You really got to pace yourself throughout the year, but it is really exciting to finally get out there and play that first game.
Yeah, I'm excited. Our whole team's excited. You know, we've been waiting on this game since last October when we lost in sectionals. And, you know, to come out with the conference opener, that's a big deal for us. And we just want to go out and show people that this is a new Lincoln, and we're going to try our darndest to beat them, you know.